Come over here. Word on the street is you're looking for a piece of the action. Premium quality dice, yeah? Check these out. Got 'em over at metallicdicegames.com. The best part is, if you tell them I sent you, you can get them even cheaper. Use the promo code RBP10 at checkout. Makes the price so low, you're practically stealing them. Oh, gotta go. Don't forget to use the promo code RBP10.
The Rancor's Brothel presents A Trudvang Chronicles Adventure. Wildheart.
I will continue to look for prey to hunt. Since we need food. Since Jeff's out of rations.
You walk for, again, an unsure amount of time.
And we find a clearing with a cut down tree.
It's kind of what I expected.
Footprints about your size.
Footprints about your size.
I drink from the water again.
He drinks the sap again because it worked out so well last time.
It's really sad Daniel's not here.
You come to a much stranger opening whereby there are two large
Shit, it's a hydra tree.
boulders flanking what appears to be some kind of small shack or home, perhaps.
They're menhirs.
A house of timber disguises itself against the green forest and forces itself between two great cliffs. The forest seems more compact than ever, and the roof of the house is an explosion of sparkling green. Red, yellow, brown, and blue flowers rise up toward the hidden sky upon the heavy roof.
It's a witch.
A small but inviting door hangs on broken hinges as if waiting for someone to grab hold of it so that it can fall apart.
It's definitely a witch.
I'll keep her talking. You push her in the oven.
I don't think with a 6'6", 280-pound guy, it'd be that hard to push a witch into an oven.
That's the idea.
Yeah, And you're small, so she'll have Hansel and Gretel flashbacks.
Yeah.
Bolga, would you like to go around?
There is no going around the home. The home is literally stuck between these two boulder-like cliffs.
Do you want me to lift you onto the roof?
No, I'm going to go knock on the door.
Okay. The door that's about to
The door that's open?
You knock on the door, and it literally falls off its hinges.
Okay, cool.
At your feet.
I'll peek inside.
The house appears... the house. I guess it's what they're calling it. They call it a house. The house appears to be one room.
The hut?
It's dusty. Does not appear to have been occupied in quite some time. There is another door at the far end. Which isn't that far. It's not very large.
The former home of Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Is there stuff in the room?
Withered decor convey that someone once lived here.
I will search the house. I didn't find shit. Let's go. Out the other side.
You open the other door. Leads to a very small set of stairs that seem to slither upward to a small and open place in the forest. It's more of a glade.
Good use of vocabulary.
And
that.
in the glade, you see a small yet formidable garden.
Hold up. Walk back here.
A formidable garden.
These are the words they use in the book.
No, I understand.
They're very angry plants.
Yes.
All the sunflowers have shivs. So we walked into a one-room shack.
Yeah.
Through which there was a door that went upstairs to a garden.
When you open the door, there's like some steps up. Like 4 or 5 steps.
Right, but you told me we couldn't walk around the house because it was surrounded by stone.
Still is.
Right.
Okay, so this is
there's
an
stairs
extra
going into the stone up to a raised area.
There's a cliff on the right and a cliff on the... They're calling them cliffs. I think in the more there's large rocks. The house sits in the middle. There's a large rock here and a large rock on the left. So you cannot go around the house. You
Right.
can't fit between.
You go behind the
buildings.
house, and there's stairs going up to a raised area.
Yeah, you go through the house. To
I
the other
still claim witch.
All right. This is not an extra dimensional space.
side. No.
Okay.
If you turn around and look at the house, there are still boulders on either side of it. Large, huge things that you cannot really walk around to get around the house.
It's not a cliff. The
I'm
house
going
was
to go
built
up
in the
and
middle
let
of
the
a valley.
flowers mug me.
They are calling them cliffs in the book, yes.
It's a gorge.
Right.
It's in the
More
middle
like
of a gorge.
Yes, more like a gorge. Very, very narrow gorge.
Exactly.
Like a crane.
Or a cleft.
Or an elevator.
A cleft would be a good term for it.
Escalator, or I don't know, what's another thing?
Yes, we've said a
A
lot of
trench.
dumb shit over the years.
Yes.
Go get mugged by some sunflowers or some shit.
So who's going up to that?
garden? Yeah.
Who's going into the formidable garden? Does anybody have anything like botany?
In the middle of the garden stands a man. He is tilling and humming a light tune. He
So
appears
it's
to
a
be
male
very
witch.
pale. So pale that he is almost transparent. And as you walk into the garden, he looks up and says, well, hello there, visitors.
Hey there, buddy.
You're coherent? Holy hell. This is wonderful.
You also understand that combat is the last option. Greetings.
Very apparent, and without even having to roll, because it is very apparent, this individual is so skinny that you can see the ribs through his very tattered shirt. Arms are basically bones. The skin on his face is so taut that his teeth stick out, and his eyes are mere sockets with a white, essentially not quite blind. I guess you can consider it blind, right? But there is no pupil. It's just straight white. If you had to guess, this individual would not be alive.
Need a snack, bud?
Ghost gardener.
I have everything I need in my garden here.
You look a little hungry.
Oh,
Looks
I'm
like
doing
a-
well. How about yourself? What are you doing here in my garden?
That's a damn good question.
We're looking for the way out of the woods. Can you help us?
Way out of the woods.
If possible.
Well, that's interesting.
Pray tell why.
Well, you've entered Wildheart. You realize this?
We had an inkling.
No clue whatsoever.
Cutting it down clearly didn't help. So any way we can get to the exit?
Cutting it down?
Yeah, Wild Heart.
I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, a tree.
Oh, you
We-
cut a tree down.
Yeah, we found a guy who had been trying to cut down a tree, so we helped him.
Ah,
Then he died.
I've never met this man. Sorry for his death.
Yeah. Who are you?
Do you have a name?
My name is... No matter. What are yours?
It's not very neighborly to ignore a question and then ask one.
Just by the look of him, he doesn't really remember.
All right, Steve, my name is Connor.
Ah, wonderful to meet you, Connor.
Bolga.
And Bolga as well.
I'm just gonna... You can just call me Ogro.
Ogro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a race, isn't it?
Indeed.
Interesting to be named after your own race.
It lessens the confusion.
You've never met Human Stevens?
No.
Or Dwarf McGee?
Do they live here?
No, not here, but they are fine people.
Wonderful.
I want to play somebody named Dwarf McGee now.
A gnome.
It's a half orc. My name's Dwarf. Want to see what I can do with magic rocks?
Oh, goodness.
Does anybody have?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Honesty is the best policy.
Does anybody have race knowledge?
I actually do.
Do you have anything under race knowledge? Just race knowledge.
Just race knowledge.
You can roll race knowledge.
Here we go. 25%, baby.
I mean, I'd go off of knowledge.
You can go off knowledge as well.
I got a nat 20.
That's a
Fail.
Epic fail.
Nope.
Excellent.
We're all very intelligent individuals here.
He says, yes, well, I decided once I came here to build a home, to stay. I could not find myself a reason to want to leave. It's actually a very lovely place.
Yes, it looks like you're very well fed. Have much to do. Beautiful garden.
I tend my garden, yes.
Very safe.
It seems to be very safe here, yes.
It's like there's
I hope you have not come upon any trouble.
Just mostly crazy old men.
I see. And,
Stockholm's in Sweden, right?
yeah. Sure is. He says, well, I do know that to leave this place,
You have to protect the tree in the clearing.
you must never cut down a tree. No, he says,
Welp.
he says, I do know that to leave this place, that secrets are needed to be known. But I'm not sure how many. There are multiple secrets in this forest. Very many strange things. But to be honest, I don't know.
Secrets like my brother used to like to dress up like a girl? Or
Your brother sounds fun.
Something about how Ogro peed his pants until he was 18?
No, not personal secrets. Secrets about the forest itself.
well, you've got to be specific, man.
Damn you, telling lies. Why? We don't even know this man yet.
I'm already counting the secrets that I know.
Yes, Ogro. We should not tell others lies. You are correct.
Absolutely not. Lies are the downfall of civilization.
Said I'm out of fucking rations.
He's like,
Brushing crumbs off.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm out of rations.
From what I've learned in my many years here, it is simply a question and answer. The forest knows these things. Wildheart is very intelligent, yet very secretive.
That doesn't help us because we're not.
We wear it on our sleeves. Donkeys don't have sleeves.
I see. In my travels, I believe that I have learned things.
Would you care to share?
Well,
Please.
I believe one of the secrets is knowing who the Warrior of Death is.
Yep.
Well, my friend, if you were the answer, you would certainly know. You do seem to be able to handle yourself in a fight.
Yep. His enemies just die from fear.
I've been known to take care of what needs to be taken care of.
Do you have a map? General guiding points of how to navigate this foggy wood?
A map? No.
Landmarks?
Afraid not. I believe there is. I believe there are trails. There are certainly trails. The issue is finding them. This forest does not have a map, obviously.
We've discovered that.
Though if you find perhaps the right object, or even gifted the right object, perhaps you will find the trail.
You don't by chance have one of these objects, do you? That might help us along our
quest.
Quest. Thank you.
Our escape
Completely
We have a
plan.
magical item that can help us on a quest.
Yes.
Our escape from Alcatraz, apparently. Or maybe Arkham would be a more appropriate term. I think this guy is the warrior of death.
No, unfortunately, I do not have any of these objects. I'm very sorry. But I do know that, for sure, if or when you find one, a path will appear.
Thank you, Rumpelstiltskin.
There is one trail that I know of, one object that creates a trail, if that's how you wish to see it. It's a golden anemone. It's a plant. For it to work, you must know the destination you wish to go to. It is possible to use that exact path, but only one time only.
Does it tell you which ways to turn and how many steps you need to take before reaching your destination?
Perhaps. Perhaps
Well,
it's simply a trail dug in the wood that you follow that leads you to the destination.
So apparently we need to find a pond because anemones are water-based plants.
Well, I do know that they only grow in the ruins hidden deep in the forest. I've never been there.
Any other landmarks you just told me you didn't know about and you just gave me one?
I'm afraid I do not. That I
No,
may have
there are
learned.
anemones that grow on land.
Oh, handy.
Another thing that I believe I have learned, perhaps a secret. The color of Tamil's elk.
The color of Tamil's elk.
Yes,
And this is what? One of the
color?
secrets.
I think it is.
What color is Tamil's elk?
I've never seen Tamil's elk.
Where do I find Tamil's elk? And who needs to be told the secret?
I have this
I
very
suppose
fine
you'll have to
axe I
find
can use
Tamil.
it.
All right, let's take some sweet notes here. Tamil has elk. Discover
Color.
its color. ... Tell forest. That gets a star. It's important. Okay. If we were to look for Tamil from here, which way would we go?
I've never met Tamil.
So how do you know Tamil has an elk and we need to know its color?
It could be multiple elk.
He is not wrong.
That is a very good question, sir.
Do you know which direction the ruins are?
I do not.
You know, you really, really, really are making me want to take the last option.
What is the last option?
Don't worry
okay,
about it. We're
Okay,
fine.
why were we searching for the anemones in the ruins?
They
gave you
they
that
lead the
trait.
way once.
Yeah.
The way he explains
It's like
it to
the
you
moan
is
rats.
the way he explains it to you is that you have to know the destination to go to. It's basically like
Okay, so
free
we
path.
find the anemone, and we can say, "Take us to Tamil."
That would work.
Or maybe Garnvane. Tell us the way to get to Garnvane.
Take us home.
Where's Garmbang?
Don't worry
not around
about
here.
It. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
You just keep gardening. Well, we're good.
I still want to know what's so formidable about this garden.
It's the descriptor they put in the book.
Because it can be.
I thought, isn't formidable also just hardy?
It
that
can
wrong?
be
It can be.
hardy. It can be.
But that's
that
less
it's
fun
large.
than imagining we're in a back alley in Gotham or something.
That's fair.
It's like 3 tufts.
It is a very lush garden.
3 flower tufts.
Those tomato plants look shifty over there.
Attack the killer tomatoes.
Oh, goodness. Yep. It's the birds. The birds.
All right, so Wild Heart apparently is we're going to wander around this forest, running into whatever random encounters Lucas has for us and picking up scraps of information. That seems to be the course of our travels.
But we can't kill anybody because it's the last option.
That's right.
Except for that old guy who had a
And
heart attack.
sooner or later, we're going to
We
find
didn't
out.
kill him.
We did not kill him. It was just, it was circumstantial.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he didn't listen. That's why he died. He went straight to combat.
He did. He was not using it as the last option, not even a little bit.
Even Cody's getting frustrated with us.
no, I'm just... I'm picking a path. But we don't have paths to pick. So we just need to walk down and figure out what the next random encounter is and see if that provides us any more information.
Did we want to search his house again, just in case, since he apparently doesn't remember anything?
Is there any way to walk through the garden and out the other way?
If you wish to walk into the wood, you may. If you, further beyond his garden is just woods.
So if we leave your garden, are we going to be able to find our way back?
Absolutely not.
I'm not sure.
Cool.
Perhaps with an anemone.
I think we're good.
He also says, if you wish to take anything from my garden, you are welcome to. I have plenty here.
Do we want to take the formidable fruit?
But you must answer questions first.
Answer questions.
Well, yes.
Like what?
Is your favorite color?
Well?
What question you got for us, buddy?
I'll take that Glock that carrot seems to be holding.
He says,
Packed carrot.
what are the pads of a flower called?
The pads or the paths?
Pad, P-A-D.
Are we talking about the petals here?
You're a wilderness guy, right?
Yes.
Do you have nature knowledge?
Probably not.
Botany?
None of these things sound like they're under nature or under wilderness.
They are under wilderness, preferably with the nature knowledge discipline and botany
Animal
speciality.
friend, botany, weatherman, zoology.
What is your wilderness?
9.
So you could roll at a 9.
14 over 9.
Well, you mean you're unsure? The rest of you can also roll or answer.
Nope.
Yes,
Really?
I did.
Then you know the answer. It is an envelope.
I
Envelope is the name of a pad. Is the pad of a flower.
see. Right. Makes sense now.
Do you say this word?
Sure.
How in the hell does that make sense?
If this is a riddle, I'm really not getting it.
He says, now what color is the sap of a Drut Pima?
Considering we can't know these things, I assume we're just going to keep rolling them.
This is under the care skill, healing and drugs discipline, and extracts and potions speciality.
Nope.
I rolled a 20 over 1.
Roll a 13 over 9. Yes.
Nope. I rolled a 12 over 1.
We don't get that answer. Do you have another question? Riddle me this.
I'll give you one more. What effect does a ripe Fulfuscanting have?
What's the discipline?
Same. Care skill, preferably healing and drugs discipline.
I'm going to roll Silver Tongue and bullshit.
Go ahead, try.
Nope. 19. Motherfucker.
This goddamn dice hates me. Keep getting the mid number.
Yeah, anytime I want to roll 19s and 20s, I can't roll fucking 19s and 20s to save my life, especially on this die. This is the one I never use, because it always rolls low.
Use a different die. He kind of just looks at you and says, huh. Well, if you wish to continue on, you may.
Did you roll, just in case? See if you got a...
Yeah, I got a 14 over 1.
Gotcha. Awesome.
So where are we going?
I just walk out into the glade behind his garden. It's as good a direction as any, right? I can try and use tracker and find a path.
In a place that has no paths.
I mean, maybe somebody walked through here with a golden enemy at some point, and they're just be like, what was that game? Oh, shit, I can see it. You would push the button, and it would give you a yellow trail to follow. It's on Xbox.
Witcher.
No, not the original game that did it. Witcher does do that, huh?
Fable?
Yes, Fable did that first. You push in the right thumbstick, and it would just give you the golden trail to your quest.
You just follow it.
What roll do I need to make to
line.
push in the right thumbstick?
I mean, you're still trying to navigate, so I guess tracking, if that's what you're using, track.
That's an 8 under 12. I have found
got
the
it.
way.
You feel like south is the way to go.
How do I determine south with no compass and totally under tree cover?
You realize now what side of the moss is growing on the tree. It just hits you for some reason. There's moss on this side of the tree.
All right, south is the way.
Onward.
I
Ho!
believe it goes on the north side of the trees. Is that correct?
Normally.
Yeah.
Not always. It's kind of bad advice.
So, I mean, to your wilderness knowledge.
He somehow instinctively knows from his years of being a wilderness expert, and so far it failed him every time. But this time it worked.
Fair.
So
you head south.
He walks out of the garden and sniffs and says, I smell south. Let's go.
I smell the wind. Southern wind.
As you continue to walk, you feel more confident that it's a direction that you should be going, rather than kind of, personally. They don't know. But you feel more confident, Connor.
To the south.
As you continue to walk, give me. I guess it's not necessary. It doesn't actually necessitate a roll. You hear the heavy beating of hooves and broken branches echoes in the darkness. A mighty shape edges out of the grip of the forest. It is an enormous white elk.
It's white.
And the antlers it bears are worthy of the mightiest of kings.
I shoot it.
It stops. It stops and it turns its enormous head. It turns its enormous head toward you. This is its forest. You can feel that even Wildheart treats this creature with reverence and respect.
Definitely shooting it now.
With a couple of great steps, the white elk disappears into the forest and the embracing veils of silence. It is gone as fast as it appeared.
You didn't get to shoot it.
Lucas did not even stop his description, because if he had taken a breath, I'd have shot it. He goes to the back. What happens if your players shoot the god elk?
You can track it.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you'll be able to shoot it eventually.
Hunting experience and or tracker.
Is it a low number?
Tracker speciality.
It looks like a 6 or a 9 either way. That's still under 12. So 6 under 12.
As the book specifies, it takes you almost 3 hours as you track it, and you're following its footsteps the entire time. Following through its footprints, where you come to another opening, you find a hut.
In between two boulders.
No.
Oh, thank God.
Simply a hut.
It's also a witch.
It's where Antony and Tamil live.
Tamil and their elk?
You come to a small crag that lies in an opening of the forest.
What happened to the hut?
That is where you find the hut.
Did it fall in? It's like there's a crack all of a sudden. Where the fuck did the hut go?
In the middle of the crag stands a small hut made of wreathed branches and strange withered wooden planks.
So it is in between rocks.
Why are these fuckers always building?
Different hides hang on the scaffolding around the hut to dry. A small fire is burning by the opening of the hut, and as you step out, you see a stout, beardless dwarf smoking a pipe.
Is it male or female?
Male.
Okay, good.
Tamil.
The old dwarf seems to look about and sees you and says, visitors.
Yes. We're on a quest after the white elk. White elk.
Yes, you've seen my elk. And it is in fact white.
Is it the only elk that you have, or do you have others of varying colors?
It is the only elk that I have. Who may I ask I am speaking with?
It's an elk of a different color. It's different every time you look back at it.
It's the rainbow elk.
It is. It's been quite some time since I've had visitors here.
Yeah. You're all lost in a timeless, forgotten wood.
Yeah, I'm tired of walking through the woods. Would you mind some company for a little bit?
We should probably introduce ourselves to Tamil so he doesn't decide to shoot us.
Company is accepted. To be honest, the last man that I think I met here did nothing but speak of a garden.
Did he have a name?
I don't recall.
Oh, we got him this time.
Okay, so we met Steve.
Cypher. Yeah.
So we'll call that guy Larry. So Larry the gardener.
Larry the gardener, got it.
And Steve.
The psycho old man.
Yes.
And this is Tamil the dwarf.
Correct. Beardless dwarf.
The beardless dwarf.
Which
course.
probably means something in the lore.
Well, we can always ask our dwarf.
Does this inherently piss you off, Jeff?
I mean, personally, I don't care either way.
Well, he's a rogue. He has his own thing to do. All right, so let's introduce ourselves to Tamil, I guess.
I'm Connor.
Wonderful to meet you.
I'm Bolga.
Volga
I'm Bear.
and Bear.
How long have you been trapped in this nightmare hellscape wood?
If I had to guess, perhaps 50 years or more.
Sweet.
Great place to retire, I've heard.
Volga will pull out his pipe and sit and smoke with Tamil.
He seems pretty happy at that. He says, what can a little dwarf do for you?
Well, the dude with the garden.
Larry.
Yeah, Larry. He said
His
that...
name.
Yes.
As of now.
DM doesn't provide it, players will create it.
He said that we had to go find secrets of the forest.
Intriguing.
Do you know anything about secrets of the forest? Because I guess you were named in one of them. Your elk was one of the color of your elk is one of the secrets.
Well, that is news to me.
Surprise!
So Larry's full of shit.
I'm not sure if that's the case. He is a white, after all.
A white?
An undead.
Oh.
WIGHT.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which you would have gotten had you had monster lore or the
We
rest.
kind of assumed that's what he was. We didn't mention it because he seemed kind of off.
I believe he's been here much, much longer than perhaps anyone.
Huh.
Thus the senility. That makes sense.
Ever
be
met a
honest.
guy who was upset at trees?
Can't say that I have.
Know anything about a night of death?
Ooh.
I forgot to write that one down.
Got a question for Tamil. Maybe he can recognize the symbols on this axe of mine.
Oh, yeah.
A night of death.
It's a good call.
I don't believe I do.
Hey, Tamil, quick question for you. If you wouldn't mind. Do you recognize any of this craftsmanship or any of these runes on this particular axe here?
I do not. Appears religious, perhaps?
Damn. So close.
You know anything about any old ruins around here?
I've not come across any ruins.
How about anything in the wood around here?
No, to be honest, I came down with my elk to hunt quite some time ago.
About 50
And
years.
I became lost here in this wood. But I came upon this clearing. I built a hut and I fish. And as he sort of says that, he gestures with a hand. You do see a small lake behind the hut. He says, if you need to replenish your water skins, you may.
That'd be great.
And you can see like what he was doing at the time is cleaning fish to cook. And as you guys are talking, like the elk kind of like emerges from the wood and just kind of
I shoot it.
it just kind of begins to graze and kind of hang out.
Oh, look, dinner!
Sure, it's a magic elf.
He says, well, as you know, my name is Tamil. And I can tell that you definitely want to leave this place.
Did you say the elk walks up and says his name is Tamil?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, the elk is grazing.
I was going to say, we know this guy is Tamil.
Well, that's what he said. He said, as you know, my name is Tamil.
Oh.
He's a little bit off because he's been alone for 50 years.
Seems like everybody's having a bit of that.
You said there's a stream nearby?
There's a small lake right behind his hut if you want to use it, yeah.
I'll just fish.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
The water, boil it. Who wants the runs in this
I get a
forsaken place?
2 under 12, so it must be a good fishing day.
Yeah, no, you can get a lot of fish out of it. No problem. You feed yourself for a few days. He says, secrets.
Tamil or the elk?
Tamil.
Okay.
The elk does not speak.
Just
I
checking.
go up to the elk. What
So-
do you know? Tell me.
What's the elk's name?
Elk.
You know, I've never named him.
Shirley the elk.
He says, well, yes, I think you are right. Secrets are what takes to leave this place, yes. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Ask away.
Although this place is quite beautiful, quite lovely, I do miss home.
Where is home?
He turns and looks at the cabin behind him. I'm going inside now. Good night.
The Troll Mountains.
Okay. Jeff doesn't know where that is, and I'm assuming that Bolga doesn't either, but...
As a dwarf, you probably would.
Okay.
Yes, actually it is. I imagine what it should be is actually Troll Ridge rather than Troll. They are to the east of Wildheart. You guys can have that map if you want. You guys are down in Edgeland on the far right there, Alex.
From afar.
Just now you're upper left
Got
because you
it.
flipped it. Wildheart is actually labeled on there.
Don't use me as the point of reference. Use Cody.
It's a peninsula. Edgeland is a peninsula.
Oh, I saw
On
Edgeland.
Cody's right.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay. How far right? Give me a rough destination here.
And this is why you should have taken cartography.
Alex can eat a dick.
So the Troll Ridge Mountains.
This is
are
why he
actually
didn't
labeled
know that he needed to take cartography.
Give me that thing.
in the Stormlands.
Here. There it is. There's the troll one.
Yeah, so that's where
There's Wildheart.
that's where those. That is where
Because
those
I
mountains.
can read a map.
Making fun of the blind. What a dick.
He says,
I'm not making fun of the fact that you're blind. I'm making fun of the fact that you're stupid.
if
Only the light was blind.
if you manage to find the secrets, the way to escape, would you take me with you?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Do you know who we have to tell the secrets to?
It doesn't happen to be a big tree that's bleeding red blood, does it?
Hey, you know anything about a tree that that has red sap? Is it important in the lore?
Some of the oaks around here bleed red sap.
Oh, so there's more than one. Good. Whew. Thank God. Dodge that bullet.
As far as knowing who to speak to, perhaps it's the man with the lantern?
Where can we find that guy, pray tell?
I mean, we
I've
saw...
not seen him since the day I walked in.
Okay.
I'm going to call him Monsieur Poe.
If it wasn't for him, I probably never would have walked into this place.
Don't doubt.
Although I've come to find its beauty, rather than its curse.
Alrighty then.
Yes, no, it has been quite a while. Please, stay in my hut, sleep, rest. I'm going to go to my lake for a while. Ponder this. I will think on it and think of any secrets that I can.
I knew I wasn't full of crap.
What?
It is a Poe.
Are you talking about the Zelda spirits? that have
Yeah.
the lanterns? Yes,
Oh,
those
yeah.
are Poes.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. I have no idea what you're
When you
talking
said Monsieur Poe, I'm like, from Zelda?
And he will literally get up and walk to his lake and just hang out on the dock alone.
Okay, good. He doesn't submerge his face in the lake after meeting us. That's good.
So he's kind of giving you the night. You can stay there, rest, eat, whatever.
Okay.
All right. So,
Um,
we learned nothing.
he lets you guys stay for the night, sleep for the night,
Cool.
as he sits by his lake. And in the morning, he greets you. Probably the smell of fish for breakfast.
Thanks, Daniel.
He says, there are secrets. There are many. Though to leave this place, I'm not sure how many you need to know. But I can tell you that some are false. Unfortunately, I'm not sure which ones are.
Connor turns to look at the elk again.
The answers are wrong, or the fact that they're not really secrets, or the secrets are misinformation?
The secrets are not truly secret.
Hmm.
Not that the answer is wrong.
So nobody really cares about the color of your elk.
Oh, that I'm not sure.
It's a trap. It's always a trap.
Perhaps the forest has deemed this a secret. It's a conundrum, really.
Well,
However,
Neil, thank you for your time. Let's get out of here.
after pondering 50 years plus probably worth of time here, I do know one question that is real.
What is your favorite color?
The question goes like this.
It's the laden swallow one.
Did Grunfeed die when he slew the dragon Elmtongue?
Okay, you're going to have to say that again, Lucas.
Runefeed die when he slayed the dragon Elmtongue?
Correct. Did Grunfed die when he slew the dragon Elmtongue? Grunfed is Grunfeid.
Slayed.
Did Grunfed die when he slew the dragon Elmtongue? Elmtongue being the name of the dragon.
It's probably a tree dragon, isn't it? Burn down the whole forest. That would solve our problem.
Connor looks at Tamil and goes, well, you know the question. Do you not know the answer?
The answer is no.
Or is he lying to us?
Probably.
Damn beardless dwarf. Probably a gnome in disguise.
Now, I know the answer to a question, though I do not recall the question itself.
What's the answer to the question?
We're going to have to drag every single
Yes.
answer out of this guy.
42.
To answer the question, you must find and look upon the shield at Runvid's cairn. Runvid, Runvid.
To answer the question, we have to look upon the shield of Runvid.
Yes.
Is that the
Okay,
answer?
so how do we figure out the question to that
I think
answer?
that's the whole point. What he's saying is, so it seems like it's location, question, answer, right? So he's given us one question answer. Now he's given us a location of another one. Because I'm going to guess that the shield that Runvid is on Runvid's cairn will have some sort of question and answer response.
Yes, I do not know the question, but I do know the answer is on the shield. And there is a possibility that I can get you to a place that may help.
Directions
if you-
are always nice.
If you simply recite this lay, when you reach the edge of my crag here, it's an old dwarven lay. I discovered the place by chance while walking about and singing aloud. It'll also get you back here, as it happens. So when you find the answers, relay the lay to come back to me to help me leave, as you have promised. Yes?
I think.
Until we find out that you're a terrible spirit that needs to be trapped here forever, yes, I am willing to help you.
And he recites,
Ooh, he's getting to sing.
soft ground underfoot. How shall I, a son of Bjorn, gain penance, travel a long day through rain and slop, find my way homeward without stop? The anvil of home, if without threat, hard ground underfoot, I shall not fret.
Okay, we're learning.
I'm not sure what we're learning, but
This gets us back to Tamil's.
yes.
Until we find
How
out
and
that
when?
he's a cursed
How, when,
spirit.
and where do I need to speak this to get back here?
Anywhere, anytime.
Really? Okay.
So it'll send us to this place once we say it at the edge of a cairn, but once we're out there, we just say it again and we come back here.
Yes.
Marvelous.
And what is this place you're going to take us to?
You'll see when you get there.
Perfect.
Good luck.
That's not ominous at all.
Good luck to you, travelers. And don't forget our deal.
I still don't know what we're getting out of this deal except for goodwill.
So we will head off in the direction he specifies.
You recite the lay.
Oh, are we supposed to use it to get where we're going?
Yes.
You literally have to say
what
it,
it said.
and it opens up a path.
Yes, I'll say it. Do I need to read it off?
If you want to be immersive, sure.
He said it. Let's go.
You recite the lay, and after you finish, you literally look at the woods where you walked in, and a path that never existed is there.
Huh.
Okay.
I vote let's go that
So
way.
we're still here?
You're basically at the edge of the woods from where his little glade is at.
Right, but I turn around and look, and his house is still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before you is a pathway that never existed before.
Okay.
We need to find an ocarina. Bum 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 bum.
This is definitely the Lost Woods. Anyway, so how about we go down the path? I mean, worst that can happen if we all die.
We set off on the path.
Yep.
You walk for what feels like a day.
Jesus
I'm sure
Christ.
at some point in time you stop and eat.
I did catch several fish.
You did.
Yay,
Yeah,
fish.
you got food. I'm not worried about you guys not surviving at this point.
I would be.
I mean, I'm out of rations, man.
You've been out of rations for days. I've never seen you take anything he's fished or punted. It's amazing.
Oh, no. I would totally be taking anything that he's giving me.
Of course. My mistake.
The path leads into another opening. As you can see, this is probably a bit of a pattern at this point. The shadows are black and the dark strangely cool. Sun breaks down through the pine forest ceiling like a powerful weapon that destroys the darkness. An open space has caused the forest to expose itself. Everything is seemingly abandoned, but life crawls under the surface and in the dark. The meadow is covered in knee-high flowering grass, and in the center stands a stone, leaning slightly, as if it were sleepy. By its foot, a red toadstool grows, one of them as large as a human head. A clutter of climbing plants on the stone's surface slithers around like snakes, locking together as if to prevent anyone else from reaching the top first.
I vote Connor eats it.
We'll get to eating shrooms. Don't worry about it. Hello. What strange manner of creature inhabits this space? The toadstool's gonna turn and look at us.
There is no response.
They just turn it and look at you and scream.
They could all start singing like a Disney movie. That might be creepier.
Might definitely be creepier.
We'll walk over to the men here. I believe you said that there was.
It's a single standing stone.
Oh, man.
Covered in basically vines.
Does it appear to have any writings upon it?
Finding and spotted.
Sure.
Pass.
You get the hint of some kind of chisel marks behind all of the stuff that has grown around it.
Okay, I will try and clear off the stuff that has grown around it.
Sure.
Can I make some nature checks to identify these giant-ass toadstools?
Sure.
I rolled general wilderness. I don't have, nature knowledge.
That's fine. It's more of a botany thing, but that's fine.
I got a 4 under 9. Are they like the good shrooms? Are they the Mario 1-up shrooms, or are these the poison shrooms that shrink you?
Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch?
You gotta tell me.
These are simply known as red toadstools.
Fantastic. Are they useful?
They are red-capped mushrooms. Large red-capped mushrooms.
Can you eat them?
Probably.
Can and should are two very different things.
Eat them, boil them, turn them into a stew.
Well, we're out of rations. No other option. I start picking some toadstools.
Well, Bolga's been out of rations for days, so we definitely need to make sure we have toadstools.
What are your languages?
Mine? Futhark.
Futhark! Vrock and Corona, I think, was yours.
This is
Rona.
clearly written in Futhark.
Oh, cool.
It's very convenient how every time he asks us what we can read, that we can read it. And I've yet to decide if that's got something to do with Wildheart.
No, it just so happens that the people reading the thing have the language necessary.
Funny that.
Convenient.
I had noticed that
Until
2 things
it
ago.
isn't.
Until we realize, this is telling us, hey, we're all doomed. Okay, good.
As you clear everything off, you see the language or the sentences carved into the stone say, "Whistle a song and your day will be long. Tell me you are afraid and I will take you to where Barkbull has laid. Whistle a song and your day will be long. Act like a knave and I will take you to Runevid's grave."
Act like an idiot? That can't be too hard.
The second line was what again?
Act like a knave and I will take
second
you...
line.
Oh, tell me you are afraid and I will take you to where Barkbull has laid.
Is this a brothel where he got laid then? Or... Well, this is going to be a gravesite, but has is a little different.
The one that can read Farthuk, Barkbull is capitalized. Barkbull, as if it is a name.
Are you transliterating this, or are you going to do something rash, Jeff? Because I feel like it's probably the latter.
What was the last name?
Runevid.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? My question is do we come back here if we go to one of these places? Because it seems to send us to 2 locations.
But we should be able to say that song and come back.
Won't that send us to the other guy, though?
Sure, but then when we say it while we're there, we come here.
Yeah, true point.
Now we're following the flow chart of places.
Gotcha. Well, we don't know anything about Barkbull yet.
I haven't told you anything about this yet.
Yeah, as you say, if Jeff's translating this, Jeff's gonna do something rash.
I will tell you.
Always remember, you guys are both very squishy.
I guess theoretically we want to go to Rune.
What's
Tell
that?
us what's going on.
No, I
You
will.
did?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, good.
I said I would translate it.
Fantastic.
I would say that Runevid's grave is probably where we'd like to go. So I look at the stone and scream, "That troll is an idiot!"
And I'll whistle.
What's the ogre doing?
I'm going to smack the human.
As the dwarf whistles, a path to your left opens up. As you mock the troll, a path to your right opens up.
I don't know that we want our day to be doubly long.
Okay, now say that again. As I whistle, a path which way opens?
To your left.
To my left.
And as he mocks a troll, the path to his right opens up. If the stone's in the middle, you got a left and a right way to go.
Left is your way, and then the knave decided to open a right path.
I mean, if that's acting like a knave.
Allegedly.
How else would I do it?
Kick at the rock.
mean, to be rude or something, yeah.
Tricky and deceitful.
I think rude and
It's appropriate.
mean probably fall under that, under knave-like behavior.
Okay. Then let's go the way for being a knave.
Is that the direction you all wish to go?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Now I'm confused. Not that I wasn't confused before, but...
You turn to the right. You take that path. As you kind of look back behind you, the path that you opened up exists. The path that you came from is gone from singing the song, from initially reciting the poem that Tamil gave you.
Oh, shit.
As
You told us that the paths can only be used once.
But we don't ever want our day to be long, so that's okay.
Yeah, but I mean the path from...
That was specific to the anemone. That was specific to the anemone.
Okay.
I don't remember if I finished what I was trying to say because everybody was kind of talking. When you use the anemone, you use it once and it withers.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I thought you meant we could never open up the same path twice.
No. Tamil even said, use this song anytime. You can come back to me.
Okay.
You take the path of being a knave. Again, you walk quite a ways, maybe only a few hours, perhaps. A moss-covered staircase leads steeply up to a small opening in the mountain itself. In the shadows of the opening, you can glimpse a heavily set iron door with great locks. Thank you all for listening. Wild Heart was written by Theodore Bergquist and is published and distributed by Riot Minds. Theme music written and composed by Jason Shaw. You can find us online at Fans of the Rancor's Brothel on Facebook, Rancors_Brothel on Twitter, and at our website, rancorsbrothel.com.